Hey, is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Broomsey, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horses sing none of it.
Shoo bob shooby doo doo booby doo dow.
Bang!
Hot dog.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
Howdy folks, and welcome to Horses Sing None of It. My name is Ralph Litwin, and today, well, we've got a number of firsts today on Horses Sing None of It. First thing is, our guest today, he's the youngest guest that we've ever had on Horses Sing None of It. Also, the only guest we've ever had on that has starred on Sesame Street before, for 3 years in a row. And I found out about this young man through seeing him on the New York Times, the cover of the New Jersey section. So he's the first guest we ever had that's been in the New York Times too. So this young man, in addition to having been on Sesame Street, he's appeared on Good Morning America, playing a Duke Ellington tune with Wynton Marsalis. And he's played on a lot of different cable TV shows. And he was in an award-winning commercial for the United Negro College Fund, the grandfather commercial. That was his proudest acting achievement. So welcome to the show, Marcus Presley. Nice to have you on the show.
Thank you.
So you've been writing tunes for the piano?
Yeah, not necessarily like writing them on paper.
You make them up?
Yeah.
That's the same way I write. We just call it writing for the sake of convenience. And you've been playing on the piano since you were 5, I read.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And you're now 12.
Yes.
So what is the first tune you'd like to play for us?
Well, the first tune I'm going to play is a song that I wrote, and it's called Jelly Jam.
Jelly Jam.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Does this have something to do with Jelly Roll Morton?
Yes. The structure of it reminds me a lot of him.
Uh-huh. So he's an influence of yours then,
Yeah.
I would take it. All right. Take it away. Nice playing.
Nice.
Nice writing too. Sounds great.
Nice.
So let me ask you, since you know the inside secrets about Sesame Street, I'm going to ask you like some inside stuff. Is the guy who plays Big Bird, is it always the same guy?
As far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I was there, Big Bird was always the same guy.
That's interesting. And so you got to know these various people who played the parts.
I got to know a lot of them. And actually, but a lot of them like play the same. Like, it's like the person that plays Big Bird is also the person that plays Oscar the Grouch. So.
No.
So that makes it kind of like, you know, it's like there's not that shortens the number of people there actually are.
So how do they do that? Is when Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch, are they ever in the same scene at the same time?
Oh yeah, that's always like trick photography.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I'm crushed, and I thought it was real. Cool. So what else do you want to play for us here?
All right, the next song I'm gonna play is called "Be Yourself."
All right, that sounds like a sort of a spiritual thing, you know. Be yourself. Is that where it comes from, or?
Yeah, actually, but that song was a song that I wrote after listening to a tape of Marcus Roberts.
Marcus Roberts?
Yeah. Piano. He's a piano player. One of my idols.
Cool. So this was inspired by him.
Yes.
Very good. Send it on out to him. Yeah. All right. So one other thing I want to ask you, I guess Wynton Marsalis is one of your idols too?
Yes.
And you got to actually play with him. And how did that come about?
Well, I knew Wynton from a Sesame Street job that I was doing, where his goddaughter was on the same show with me, and he was making an appearance there. So from there, we got to know each other, and he got to hear me play. So that just came about by him. He needed a bunch of kids to play songs like "Good Morning America," a song on "Good Morning America," so that for a sort of like special on him so that people can see that he works with kids, like he works with me. And so he called up for me to be his piano player.
Great.
Along with a group of other musicians.
Cool. Sounds like it was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was.
All right. We're going to take a little break for a public service announcement now. And we'll be back in 1 minute with Marcus Presley and his keyboard. And his dad is going to come and play some numbers with us too on Horses Sing None of It.
There's plenty for us all. I can hear the future call. Plenty to share, plenty to keep. When we can heal a fear so deep, we've clung to our belief that there's not enough, and it's made living so rough. Just to let it go, could that be so tough? Folks, did you know that there's plenty of resources on the earth and plenty of technology to give everyone a decent standard of living while we at the same time clean up all the environmental damage that we've done? But to make this dream a reality, we all have to plan for it. For more information, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Plenty for Us All, care of Ralph Litwin, 140 Morris Street, Morristown, New Jersey, 07960. Thank you.
We're back on Horses Sing None of It with Marcus Presley, and my name is Ralph Litwin. And Marcus agreed to help me out on this number that I wrote. It's called Little Bird, and it's a little blues thing I wrote a number of years ago. And it goes like this.
Woke up this morning with a fuzz around my head. The fuzz so bad, didn't want to get out of bed. Well, woke up this morning with a fuzz all around my head. Hadn't seen my gal in 3 months. I was feeling bad. I got a woman down in New Mexico. When things are fast, she knows how to make them go. Well, I got a woman down in New Mexico. When things are too fast, she knows how to make them slow. Marcus, play one. Resting on my mind. Long distance operator, give me Santa Fe. Got to call to my baby, don't know what I have to pay. Well, on second thought, please don't connect that line. 'Cause if I talk to my baby, I believe I may lose my mind.
right, nice playing.
You too.
Thanks. So before we bring your dad on, I just want to ask you one more question. What was it that inspired you to start playing the keyboard?
Well, it was basically my dad.
Yeah?
And my mom. When I was little, my parents always used to play like tapes of piano songs all over their house. So even when I wasn't born yet, they were, and when I was born, every time that they would play a piano piece, I get all calm and whatnot. So my parents liked that, because I was like whining all the time. So once they found that out, they figured out that maybe I had something in music. So they bought a keyboard, and my father used to play little songs on it. And after a while, I just sort of picked up what he was doing, and it was interesting, because I was always like fascinated with the keyboard that we had. So I just picked up what he was doing, and I started learning how to play my own songs.
Cool. Very good. Now, we're going to bring your dad on now, and we should also let folks know how they can get in touch with Marcus Presley. I guess they call up and talk to your mom, who's your manager. Come on, this is Gordon Presley. Welcome to the show, Gordon. Nice to have you. We get you untangled there and onto the set.
I think I lost my speaker.
If you want to get in touch with Marcus and Gordon, the number is 908-298-1348. And Lynn Presley is Marcus's mom and Gordon's wife, and she does the booking arrangements for them. And we're glad to have you on the show. What are you guys going to play together here?
We're going to play a song called Duke, which I wrote for my teacher named Duke Anderson.
All right.
He was one of his favorite teachers, because he was one who had a good temper and would never yell at him when he made mistakes.
That always helps.
Right?
Marcus and Gordon Presley. It's been great having you on the show. We've got about 5 more minutes here, so we're going to finish up with a little jam session. And I'd like to thank you again for coming on. You must be very proud of your son.
Oh, yeah. I guess I always wanted to be a professional musician, so I kind of, enjoy watching him be what I wanted to be, And I enjoy playing with him. We have a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, that's great. I have an 11-year-old son. He's a drummer.
Oh, really?
So we do some playing together too.
Yeah. I'm his backup. So I'm proud of that.
But drums are too loud for Horse to sing none of it.
Oh, man. That's too bad.
I haven't had my son on. Plus, there's a kind of a limited space here. So, what is the name of this last tune we're going to do out on?
It's called Mystic Blue.
Mystic Blue? All right. Thanks for being on the show, Marcus.
just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the hope and the dream of the slave, and so I rise, I rise, I rise.
I've had the same friends since I was a little kid, but this year, some of them started playing with these other kids. I guess there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's cool making new friends and all, but they weren't like us. They were, different. And I heard my big brother saying some pretty bad stuff about people like them. But they seemed pretty cool, and we had a pretty good time. So, well, maybe my brother doesn't know everything.
Hey,